The second day. Gabie. Before school starts Thursday, Drew comes up to my locker, which is weird. We both go to Wilson. We get along okay at work, but we're not really friends at school. "Gabie," he says, and then for a minute he doesn't say anything else. He looks terrible. His eyes are like two bruises, and his sun-streaked hair is even messier than usual. I wonder if he's been out partying and never went to bed. Finally, he says, "Did you hear about what happened to Kayla last night?" It sounds bad. "No. What?" Kayla asked to switch nights with me. Maybe she cut herself slicing Canadian bacon on the Hobart. Pete's always after us to cut the meat thinner so he can weigh it out to the microgram. 3 ounces on a small, no more, no less. Pete doesn't cheat anyone, but he doesn't give anything away either. And when you use the Hobart, you have more control if you don't use the metal pusher part, the part that protects your fingers. Kayla went to deliver a pizza, and she never came back. He bites his lip and looks up at the ceiling. His gray eyes fill with tears. It surprises me so much that for a minute I don't take in what he said. Drew Lyle, crying. I didn't think he really cared about anything. And then it sinks in. Kayla didn't come back? Pressure fills my chest, making it hard to breathe. "What did you do?"
"After close, I kept waiting for her. You know, Kayla doesn't even have a key, and her backpack was in the break room. I called her cell a bunch, but no one answered."
I imagine Kayla running a red light or a drunk driver plowing into her. "So she was in an accident?"
Drew shakes his head. "No, I don't know. Right now, nobody knows. She never came back. She just disappeared."
Could Kayla have run away? For about 1 second, I consider the idea. But Kayla has a lot going for her, probably more than most people. This fall, she'll be heading to Oregon State on a softball scholarship. Even before she broke up with her boyfriend, Brock, lots of guys would come in and buy a slice just so they could talk to her. So I figure it's not like she's lonely. She didn't tell me why she wanted Friday night off, but I thought maybe there was a new boyfriend. Besides, if you were going to run away from your life, wouldn't you just call in sick to work and then drive off into the sunset? Why go through all the trouble of pretending to make a pizza delivery? So what happened to her? Then I remember a news story from a few years back. Maybe she swerved or something and rolled the car down a steep hill like that one girl did up in Washington a couple of years ago. I tell Drew, like maybe Kayla's in a ditch, but no one can see her car from the road. Drew blinks, and a single tear runs down his face. This can't be real. I can't be watching Drew Lyle cry. By now, it's like we're in a little bubble. I no longer see the kids hurrying past us or spinning their locker combinations and reaching in to yank out their books. I only have eyes for Drew. His long nose that bends to the right at the tip, his teeth that press into his lower lip, and his silver eyes welling up with tears.
The police don't think so. The phone number the guy called from, it turned out, was really a payphone, miles from where he said he wanted the pizzas delivered.
Drew makes a sound like a laugh.
He must have found the last payphone in Portland. And the address he gave me. There's a real street called that, but the houses are like a mile apart and none of them have that number.
He takes a deep, shuddering breath.
The police think Kayla might have been kidnapped. Or worse.
Does he mean, dead? I try to picture it, but something inside me just says no way. Kayla's always goofing around, laughing, dancing, bumping hips with whoever's working next to her, taking up more space in the kitchen area than I ever will. Her last name's Cutler, but she looks like it should be O'Shaughnessy. Black hair, huge blue eyes, skin as pale as milk. She's pretty. So pretty she could be a model. Everybody always says so. Maybe that's why they took her. I'm suddenly glad for my dirty blonde hair and my face that still breaks out even though I'm 17. So have they asked for a ransom? I asked.